Welcome, everyone, to your gentle flow this morning. Find your comfortable seat, either on your mat, grab any water or props you need, and join me and make this practice your own. My name is Carol Jude from Blue Butterfly Healing, and I'm a 500-hour registered yoga teacher and somatic experience informed practitioner. And it is always a joy to be here with you on these mornings. We'll just wait till everybody gets settled. And I'd like to talk about the breath this morning. Sometimes the breath can feel a little triggering to us in our nervous systems. You know, when we get anxious, we'll hold our breath, and then that creates a cycle of our sympathetic nervous system getting activated. But our breath is also a tool for us to use. And I'd like to bring that awareness in our practice today. I've noticed since this ongoing pandemic is not ending anytime soon, I've been holding my breath a little bit more. So we just want to bring that awareness to fully bringing the breath into our bellies. So if you haven't already, find your seat, get comfortable with your pillows, blocks, cushions. We're just going to orient to the space. When I say orienting, we're looking around where we are, really seeing where we are in the space, maybe resting your eyes on a picture or maybe your pet, or something that brings you a little calmness. Just noticing from that space of where you're looking to where you are in the room. Just maybe going back and forth. Noticing where you are on your mat or on the floor. Feeling your seat. Or any sensation that's coming present for you. Sense of hearing. Maybe you're playing some nice music that you like. Just noticing that for a moment. Shifting from whatever you're doing, being in your practice. I invite you to place your hand on your heart and on your belly, or maybe both hands are on your belly. Notice the quality of your breath today. Seeing if you can just notice the sensations without judging it. And cultivating that attitude that our breath is our friend. And maybe bringing the awareness to see if your bottom hand, whichever hand that is, on your belly is rising. Rising on the inhale. So we're not just breathing from our chest, we're actually bringing the air into the lungs expand, and then the diaphragm comes down so that our belly comes out, so that we're fully expanding into our lung space. And then on the exhale, either with your through your nose or through your mouth, letting it completely empty. And then empty out a little bit more. Let's do that 3 more times on your own. Just gently inhaling. Noticing the sensations and how familiar it is to have that belly coming out, coming back. A lot of us just breathe from our chest up. And that complete emptying helps bring our nervous system back into regulation and calmness. One more breath together. Fully in, exhale. Just allowing the breath to come back to its natural rhythm. And just creating that awareness of what your breath means to you. If you're finding it activating or not relaxing, just ask yourself why and what can we do? What can you do to change that relationship? Bringing the shoulders up, making some circles. Forward and back. And this is your practice. I invite you to make it your own. If anything is not feeling good to you, take your breaks whenever you need and modify the practice as your body wants. Let's take our right arm out across the body. We're just going to pull it gently towards us, bringing your shoulder down so we're getting a little bit of a stretch in the back of our bicep and into the shoulder. Right arm comes up and hinge at your elbow, palm facing flat against your back, and then taking your left hand and gently opening up the shoulder, keeping your belly in and up, and bringing some ease into this. And release all the shoulders forward and back. And taking the opposite arm across the body, shoulder down, spine tall. Switching your cross your feet whenever you need as well. Left palm behind you, right hand just behind your tricep. Gentle stretch. Release. Let's roll those shoulders again. Both ways. And take your right arm out to the side, to the left. Thumb up. Plug your right upper arm bone in. And we're reaching and staying grounded through your right sit bone. So just creating a little bit of a stretch into the hip. And switching sides. And noticing when you want to go farther. Remembering less is always more in this practice. Coming back to center. Rolling the neck really slowly forward. Bringing your ear to your shoulder. Creating a little little space there. And we're going to slowly make our way onto our abdomen. We're going to come into a shoulder opener. So your arm can be cactus, like this, or straight out, or you can bring your fingertips towards your feet. So this is, we're going to do the right side first. And you're going to come onto the right hip. Trying to open up the shoulder. You can have your head supported on a block or a pillow. And then if it feels okay, you can have your top foot, which is your left foot, just reaching gently behind you. And then settling into that stretch in the shoulder. Using your breath to create a little bit more ease there. One more inhale and exhale. And then slowly switching sides. You can bring the left hand straight out from your shoulder. We're stacking your right hip now onto the left. Using your right hand as your pusher. And then the right foot can come behind you. Now, if it's too tight, you can not come as far back. Or you can bring your fingertips towards your foot. So your left fingertips coming towards your left foot. Taking a few breaths here. And slowly coming back onto your abdomen. Coming into Sphinx pose. So bringing your elbows underneath your shoulders. Just testing how your neck is feeling. Or your shoulders. You can always bring your elbows a little bit more forward. This is a back strengthener, but you might experience this somewhere else. You might feel it in between your shoulder blades. The action is to press your forearms down just gently and then bring them forward, your elbows and arms forward towards you. And your chest is opening up. Nose is down slightly, just ahead of you, like about 2 feet. Your gaze is just ahead of you. Keep your neck nice and long. And then noticing whatever sensations are coming up. One more breath. Slowly in and out. We're going to tuck the toes, hands underneath the shoulders, to all fours. Getting some stability there, elbow pits forward. I like my toes tucked. You don't have to have your toes tucked. You're going to reach your right leg back. And then if it feels okay, reach your left hand forward, thumb up. Belly's in and up. Taking an inhale here. And then exhale, elbow to knee. And out. You can just be staying where you are as well. Last time. Bringing your left hand, right knee down. Doing a cement mixer here. Maybe coming into cow and cat. Coming back into neutral spine. Left leg comes out. Leading with your inner thigh. Right arm out. Stay like this. Have your hand down. You take a breath here. Exhaling, elbow to knee. One more time. Coming down. Inhaling, opening up cow. Exhale, cat. Tuck the chin. Opening up your chest. And then exhaling, press through the hand. Coming to neutral spine. And tuck your toes. Push your hips back. Downward facing dog. Establishing your base here. Hands are strong. Elbow pits towards you. You can always have your knees down here. Let's bend one knee at a time. Sinking your right heel down. Left heel down. Coming back into center. Nice side body stretch. Heels do not have to be down. Eyes looking a little bit towards your hands. Tailbone comes down. And noticing your breath. Let's take one more together. Side out. Walk your feet to your hands. Coming into forward fold. And your hands might be on your shins here. You want to honor the low back. You might want to have your feet a little wider. We're wanting to attend to what our body needs, not what we think it needs, but what it really is asking for. You can grab opposite elbows. And your inner thighs can spiral towards the back, getting heavy in the heels. The tailbone comes up to the ceiling, nice and gentle. Inhale and release. We're slowly inhaling up, roll the spine up nice and slow. Up to extended mountain. When you take your right hand just behind you, maybe you're touching your hamstring or your hip, and face the left hand behind you, stretching up and back. Maybe look down over your right shoulder. Let that right hand slip down a bit, creating some opening through left side body. And then we'll switch, inhaling up, looking back a little bit. Tuck that tailbone down and soften the front ribs in so you're supported there. So not all the weight is on your low back. And then coming back, extended mountain. Exhaling, forward fold. Halfway lift. You can come into your slow vinyasa here. Bring your hands down. You can step back to downward facing dog. You can stay in high plank if you like. Bring your knees down. And we're coming down. Untuck the toes. And coming into cobra or baby cobra. Coming up slightly. Or upward facing dog. And tucking the toes. Back into downward facing dog. Just take a few breaths here. Slowly in. and really emptying out. And we're going to inhale, float the right leg up, step your right foot through. We're going to come into crescent pose, reaching up. We're going to pulse. You're going to bring your elbows down and bend into the left knee, and then reach up. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhaling up, open up, warrior two. So your back heel comes down. You get to warrior two. Feet are nice and strong. One breath, and out. Right toes point to the side of the mat. Cactus your arms. Come into goddess pose. Tailbone comes down. Your hands can also be onto your hips. Pelvis comes down. Toes are out. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, step up, and pivot towards the left. So left warrior two now. You might be at the back of your mat unless your mat is facing me sideways like this. Taking a breath here. Exhale. Coming back to the side of the mat. Cactusing your arms. And we're going to pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Warrior two. Right foot forward. Flip your palm. Reach up for exalted. You're looking down at your left hand. One breath. Exhale. Slowly bring your hands forward. Pivot onto your left toes. Step up to the top of your mat, coming into chair pose. Letting your shins come back so that you look down and see your toes. Hands to heart center. Shoulders soft. You can stay here or twist to your right. So left elbow, right thigh, or even in the middle. Maybe you look, maybe you open up your arms, or maybe you're standing in extended mountain now. Just honoring what you need. One more breath. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhaling, folding. Reaching up to extended mountain. And exhaling, forward fold. Half lift. Your flat back. And your hands coming down to the vinyasa of your choice. Inhaling up to cobra. Exhaling. Inhale, push up through your hands, shoulders away from your ears. Last time. Tuck your toes. Make your way back to downward facing dog. You can also come into an active child's pose here, as long as your heart rate's not too high. Coming into all fours. Let's take 2 more inhales and exhales here before we do the other side. When you're ready, inhaling, floating the left leg up. Step the left foot through. Establish your base. Reaching up, crescent pose. And we want to nudge the left hip back a little bit. Make sure your front foot's at 12 o'clock. Bend into the back knee as we bring the elbows down. So inhaling, straightening out the back leg. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale slowly up. Then opening up, warrior two. So you see that back foot, the heel comes down. There you go. Warrior two. Taking your water breaks, whatever you need. One last breath. And pivoting the left foot, coming to the side, coming into goddess, and pausing. And your hands can also be down on your hips here. Three and two and one. Coming up. Warrior two. Right foot forward now, or to the back of your mat. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming back into center or to the side again. And this time, you're going to bring the left hand down and reach the right hand over goddess legs. You can have your legs straight. That's not comfortable. Switching sides. Coming back into center. Reaching up. Warrior two, left foot forward now. Breath in. Exalted warrior. Just noticing where your eyes want to go. Where does your gaze want to go? Maybe you want to look up. One more breath. Exhale. Reaching hands up. Pivot onto your back toes. Reaching up. Coming into chair pose. Hands to heart center. Just pausing. Get your tailbone down a little bit. You want to keep that nice curve in your back. Belly's in and up. And twist to your left this time. So your right hip's going to want to nudge. We're going to bring the right hip back a little bit. Maybe open up your arms. Letting your gaze go where it wants. 3, 2, 1. Bow forward. Inhaling halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Reaching up. Hands to heart center. Inhaling up. And we'll do that again, where you reach back with your right hand onto your hamstring. The left hand reaches up and back. And then switching sides. Inhaling. Exhaling, reaching back a little bit. Honoring your low back. Back into center. In and out. You can pause here, or we can try a balance pose. So you bring your hands to your hips. We can have a water break. We're just going to come into a gentle standing leg raise here. You can always use the wall. You're going to catch your right knee with your right hand. Shoulders back. Really push through that left foot. Spine nice and long. And see if that right leg will come out a little bit. Left hand. Maybe look at your left hand. You get wobbly. Come back into center. Come down. give it a little shake. Let's come to the other side, getting heavy in that right leg. Left hand comes to left knee, getting tall through the left heel all the way up, opening up that left knee, right hand to the right, and plugging that right shoulder in, and maybe look to the right. And come back into center. Inhaling, extended mountain. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring the hands down. Come into high plank. Now here you can come into 5 push-ups for your slow vinyasa. You're doing push-ups, bring your hands out a little bit more. And you're taking 5, 3, 2, 1. And we'll meet. Back and downward facing dog. Letting the breath bring some softness and ease into your posture here. Let's take one more in together. Fully in and fully out. Then we're going to inhale, float the left leg up. Bring the left knee to left wrist crease. Into a half pigeon. Staying up. Using your blocks underneath your left hip if you like for support. And if it feels okay, you can use a strap or your towel. Reach back and catch your right foot with your right hand. And bring your heel down, opening up the right thigh. Slowly release. Move your prop under your left hip if you have it. We're going to come to sit onto the left hip. And then you're going to turn to the side of your mat. Coming into a single leg extension. So your left sole of your foot is on the inside of your right thigh. We're going to inhale, arms up. You're going to reach the right hand out. The left hand is going to reach up. Make some slow circles with the upper arm. Just let it hang out. We're trying to keep the side body long, so your right side. Breath in, side out. Slowly rolling up. You're going to take your right foot over your left thigh, coming into a twist. So hug your left or your right knee into your chest. Inhaling, spine nice and tall. Tuck the chin in, just looking over the shoulder. Being nice and gentle. Taking your breaks when you need. And our next breath, slowly unwinding. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Come into stillness for a couple breaths. Inhaling, floating the right leg up, right knee to right wrist crease. And just pausing. You have a choice of coming down to your elbows, right down to your chest, or reaching back, catching your foot. So left hand catches the inside of your left foot, thumb up. Nudging the left shoulder forward. The pressure through the right hand is strong. Letting each exhale bring a little bit more ease into hip region, or wherever you're feeling this, maybe your left thigh. One more breath. And when you're ready, let go of your left foot. Come to rest onto your right hip, moving your body to the side of the mat again. And this time, the left foot is out long, and the right foot's on the inside of your left thigh. Inhaling up, reaching to the side. Top hands can come up. Maybe just rinse to rest on your hip. Making a few circles. Finding a place to hang out for a few breaths. Breath in and out. Slowly coming up. And taking the left foot over the right thigh. Taking that big inhale to straighten the spine, getting grounded through your sit bones. And a gentle twist towards the left. Now maybe your twist feels better the other way. Just noticing that. We start to honor the body, build some trust, and a relationship. Just becoming aware of the energy that we're using to resist and what we can bring some more ease to ourselves too. Slowly coming back into center, taking your left leg out long. Come into a straddle. You can always have a cushion underneath your seat. We're just taking an inhale up and then slowly coming forward with your sternum, your breastbone. You can bring your hands down, letting the body slowly come into this. Letting it be our guide, especially if you're really flexible, you're like, oh, I can go right down. Just noticing if you need to just take it a little bit more slowly. Let's take two more in and out breaths. Slowly inhaling up. Bring your legs in a little bit, give them a shake. Bring the soles of your feet together. You can also be cross-legged here. Come into a cross. Bring your heels closer to you, or they can be out a little bit. Let's do some cow and cat here. Inhale, the chest open. You're holding onto your knees. And then when you exhale, round the back and tuck the chin. Hands are your support as you come back. Inhaling up. Exhale, round. Inhaling up. Last one. Rounding. And coming back into center. Establishing what posture you want to be in right now. Inhaling up. And coming forward. There's a little breath exercise that you can say to yourself. I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. I know I'm breathing out. Just caring for the breath as our dear friend, always present for us, always there to nurture us with more oxygen. And our lungs filtering out what we don't need on our exhale. Seemingly simple, sometimes complicated. Just allowing yourself to just watch it. And of course, if that doesn't feel calming to you today, come back into a sense that grounds you, a sense of touch, your hearing, or your sight. Take a breath in, sigh it out, slowly roll up. Bring your feet mat width apart and bringing one knee in at a time. Then we'll meet on our backs. Your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. We're going to come into some centering work here. Bring your hands behind your head and soles of your feet up to the ceiling. I'm just noticing there should be still a little curve in your lumbar spine. So the pressure should be on towards your sacrum and tailbone and your thoracic spine, so your mid back. And there's a little gentle opening there still. So we're going to lower one leg down at a time. Now for you it might be halfway. You don't have to go all the way. Your knees can be bent and just touching the toes. Maybe your hands feel better beside you. Two more on each side. And come down. Bring one knee in at a time. do a bit more here. You might be resting or taking your water. Just noticing what you need. Bringing the legs up again. Now as you bring the one leg down, we can hold here. And we're going to pulse up for 5, 4, through your chest. 1. Let's switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release, come down. You cactus your arms. Bring your feet mat width apart. Bring one knee in at a time. Hug your knees into your chest. Point and flex your feet. Maybe circle your ankles here. We're going to come into half happy baby. Bringing your right foot up, catching your side, the outside edge of your right foot with the right hand. This leg or left leg can be bent or long. You also have the option of taking your hand behind your right knee. Using your breath to each exhale, letting the shoulders soften, the knee get a little softer, having a light grip on the hands. You don't have to pull. Breath in, a little bit more. This lion's breath out, stick your tongue out. Switching sides, left, half happy baby. Reach your hands up. Breath in. Big sigh out. Hug both knees into your chest. Make any movements with your feet and ankles that feels good. Spreading your toes wide. You're going to take your right ankle behind your left knee for supine pigeon. The left sole of your foot can be down. Reach your hands behind the left knee onto your hamstring. Maybe you rock side to side here. Just noticing the sensations in the hips as you move from one way and then the other. Finding that sweet spot to stay still for a moment. Breathing in and letting a sigh out. And switching sides. On this side might be tighter. So if your foot was up last time, the right foot might be down. Just honoring that. Just meeting yourself where you are in your practice, in this body in this day, with your breath. Inviting that ease in through your breath, breathing in some compassion, letting out self-judgment, breathing in ease, exhaling resentment, inhaling kindness, letting go anything that doesn't serve you right this moment. One last breath in and out. Bring your knees into your chest. Squeeze. Making circles now with the knees. Your sacrum between your hip bones, nice massage. Let's take a big inhale, reaching up, toes the opposite way. And we're going to come into Banana Asana. So shimmying your heels over, your hips stay anchored. And we're going to go to the right, and the shoulders come a little bit to the right, creating a space on the left side body. You take your right hand and clasp your left wrist. Your hands might be by your side. If it feels okay, you can cross your left heel over right ankle. Breathing into the left side body and just noticing it. Seeing the sensations with each in-breath and out-breath. Noticing where there's tightness. You invite in a bit of ease there, a little softness. Let's take 2 more inhales and exhales. Coming back into center. Coming into dead bug for a moment, a little inversion. If you like, your hands can reach back, be by your side. Have your hips supported with a pillow, block. Let your hands be soft and your legs be soft. Your eyes can be closed or open. Just noticing what they want to do. Feeling all the ways that you're held right now by the earth, the supports in your life holding you. What sustains you. Breath in, release it out, bringing everything down. Inhale, full body stretch, fingertips and toe tips away from each other. And we're going to the left now, heels to the left. Shimming your shoulders a little bit to the left. Crossing your right heel over left ankle. That feels okay. And then settling in, noticing our right side. Just noticing opening up this side, how the ribs feel with each inhale and exhale. The space being created maybe in your shoulders, side of your hips or legs. Just breathing in, bring the awareness down to your toes. And then exhaling, bringing your awareness to your fingertips. Each inhale and exhale, noticing the right side body. A few more breaths. When you're ready, coming back into midline, making any movements you need, a full body stretch, you do a twist, before coming to rest in your final Shavasana. That also is optional. You can have your legs elevated, feet on chair or up the wall. If you have a blanket you can use. Take a deep breath in, coming into stillness. Exhale out, coming into your deep rest. I take care of my breath as it were my tender little baby. I breathe in and let my breath proceed naturally. I rejoice in the fact that my breathing is there. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. And I smile at my out-breath. After practicing breathing mindfully without discrimination, the quality of your breathing improves, becomes calmer, longer. The gentleness and harmony generated by your breathing penetrates into your body and into your mind. Mindful breathing is a kind of bridge that brings the body and mind together. If through mindfulness of the breath you can generate harmony, depth, and calm, these will penetrate into your body and mind. Whatever happens in the mind affects the body, and vice versa. You generate peacefulness in your breathing, that peacefulness permeates your body and the state of your mind. Thich Nhat Hanh. gently moving your toes and fingers, maybe blinking your eyes open and closed, maybe taking a full body stretch. And slowly, gently, and mindfully make your way to seated. Your hands together, heart center. Maybe sending your breath some gratitude for always being there, creating space in our body and in our minds. It's gentle, eternal presence. Thank you for joining me in your practice today. I hope that today will be able to bring a little bit more space into your breath, a little bit more calmness into your mind.